What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video on my channel. Today we are in the beautiful city of Fort Lauderdale. We're going to be riding around on my throne cycles, the Goon, and we're going to be talking about the top 5 best wheelie bikes to buy in 2025. So the first bike that we're going to be talking about is the bike that I am currently on, and that bike is the Throne Cycles, the Goon 29er. This bike is bang for buck when you build it out the box. So unfortunately, this bike is out of stock on the Throne Cycles website, but it did cost $749. You could also pick up the concrete gray that I also used to have for $699. I actually sold the concrete gray one just to get this one. So one of my favorite things about this bike gotta be this loud hub. It has a 120-point high engagement hub on here, and I feel like that hub gives this bike just that extra performance that it needs. In my opinion, I love loud hubs. I feel like loud hubs just make your bike sound so much better. People can hear you when you're riding by as well, and it makes the bike just ride so much nicer. So the Throne Cycles, the Goon does come with 4-piece handlebars. The handlebars that you see are not the stock ones that come on the bike. These are actually some upgraded S&M handlebars that Coral Springs Bikes gave me when I first got this bike. I did get this bike from Coral Springs Bike Shop. The bike comes with Maxi's hookworms. If you guys didn't know, Maxi's hookworms, in my opinion, are some of the best tires you can run on a wheelie bike when it comes to swerves and cutting up. These are the tires you can trust on a bike. Sorry for the wind. This is a bit windy today. It has Tektro hydraulic disc brakes on there. Super reliable brakes. I haven't had any problems with them so far. If I were to change these brakes, I would probably put MT200s, but these Tektros have been working fine for now, so I'm gonna leave them alone. The bike does have a 5-inch upgraded yoke. It makes the bike super durable. Bike also does have a 33-16 gear ratio, making the bike super easy for wheelies, or if you're someone that's learning how to wheelie, this gear ratio combo might be good for you. Hold on, quick circle wheelie. If you're someone that's looking to get into wheelies or combos, this bike might be a perfect beginner bike for you. You could pick up one for $699. Single speed wheelie bikes are the first wheelie bikes I ever started out on. This bike is one of those staples in my collection that I just love to hop on, and when it comes to cutting up, this bike does get the job done. There aren't many upgrades that I would do to this bike. Look at those fighter jets. Sorry about that, we got interrupted by the US Navy. There aren't too many upgrades I would do to this bike. The only thing I'll probably do is add a ROS reflective sprocket. The stock sprocket is nice. Again, it does have a 33-16, but if I wanted to beef it up a little bit, I'd throw a 33-2 sprocket from right out supply. And I'll probably change the gear ratio on here to a 33-15 instead of a 33-16. The 33-15 is my favorite gear ratio to run on a single speed bike, especially when it comes to cutting up. If you guys are interested in this bike, I'll have a link to it down in the description below. Alright guys, so the next bike we're going to be talking about is the Collective Bikes C3. This bike costs about $895, and it comes with a lot of good components for under $1,000 on a wheelie bike. Let's talk about the bike a little bit more. I think the C3 is one of Collective Bikes' most underrated bikes. The bike comes equipped with a 10-speed Shimano Q's drivetrain, Also comes with Maxxis hookworms for you guys that like to cut up combos and swerve and all that stuff. Don't swerve cars, by the way. The bike does come with a high engagement hub as well. It actually sounds really nice too. It's not too loud, it's not too quiet either, but it does have that nice buzz to it. Also for you combo guys, the bike has frame mount pegs. Pretty much the pegs mount onto the frame and not the axle. Nice little feature for the combo guys out there that want to run pegs. The bike has a hollow tech bottom bracket. The bike has a little hairy seat on there. Shout out to my boy Little Harry. Seat's pretty comfy. The quick release rims I think are a plus for me. Damn, look at the US Navy again. Tall guy. The frame is a little bit on the smaller side. Coming from a tall rider, I feel super comfortable on the bike. If you guys look at my old videos from MLK and when I first got the bike, you'll see that I was cutting up on that thing. So definitely when it comes to comfortability, that bike is there. You guys could pick up the C3 in black and chrome, black and gold. And if you want to support my boy Chris the Surfer, he has the blue Chris the Surfer edition as well. His bike, I believe, costs $925. So if that's something you guys are interested in, definitely check out the link in the description down below. That we're going to be talking about is the Mafia Bikes Bomber Thrust. You can pick up one of these bikes for $949. Let's talk about some of the cool features about it. But first, let's take in these for a lot of the beach views. You know what I'm saying? Because it's definitely a nice hot day. Jaywalking. Let's talk about the Mafia Bikes Bomber Thrust. It definitely does have a nice, well-designed frame. This frame also does allow you to mount the pegs on there as well. For you combo guys out there, the Mafia Bomber Thrust has been one of those bikes that I've been seeing a lot of new upcoming riders throwing it down on for real. One Way Corey has been killing it. Shout out to him with his signature bike. My dog One Way Adrian as well. I mean, they make those bikes look so smooth. One Way Derek. With the frame mounted pegs, you guys out there don't have to worry about bending the axle. It does have an axle on there, but you don't have to worry about bending it because you can mount the pegs on the frame. The bike does have snakeskin logos tires, or Lagos tires, I believe how you say it, on there. They ride just as good as Maxxis hookworms, in my opinion. I've seen a lot of people like super swerving on there, like swerving crazy on there. Shout out to Lamar from Cali. He be going crazy on those Lagos tires. If you don't like the Lagos tires, you could opt out for the equivalent of some Maxxis hookworms as well, but I think the tires that come on there are pretty valid. So bike's super comfy, has a nice two-piece handlebars on there, a nice Mafia bike Wheelie seat on there as well, well designed. The bike does have a 10-speed micro shift drivetrain on there. It does also have MT200 Shimano hydraulic disc brakes on there as well. Perfect for anybody looking to get into combos or swerves or are beginning to learn how to wheelie. Sorry y'all, I had to hit a little quick cut up real quick. If you live in Fort Lauderdale, you know this road is valid when it comes to cutting up. Can't let the Goon get stolen outside of 7-Eleven. Can't get a quick Gatorade. How you doing, boss? Great. Thank you for letting me bring my bike inside. Yeah. All right. Thank you. If you live in South Florida, I know that Boca Bike Shop out in Boca Raton carries Mafia bikes. If you're looking for a more upgraded version of the Bomber Thrust, I would look at the OW Bomber. That has a high performance engagement hub. That bike comes with 4-piece handlebars. It has the same, almost the same components on the Bomber Thrust. I am not too sure. And I believe it costs like, maybe like 150 bucks more than the Bomber Thrust. Shout out to my boy One Way Corey on building that bike. I did get the chance to ride that bike and I can say it is pretty nice. It sounds pretty good. You could pick up that bike for $1,099. I actually plan on adding one of those bikes to the collection this summer. You could pick up the Bomber Thrust in different colors. They have the blue one, they have a black one, and the OW Bombers have different colorways as well. If you guys are interested in the Mafia bikes, OW Bomber and Bomber Thrust, I'll have a link to both of those bikes in the description below. Check out my boy One Way Corey's OW Bomber though. So the next bike that we're going to be talking about is the SEBikes Big Flyer HD. So what's different between the regular SEBikes Big Flyer and the HD Big Flyer? Where the HD Big Flyer already comes with disc brakes, the regular one don't. The HD Big Flyer costs us $799 on SEBikes.com. It comes with SE Bozak tires. They're pretty smooth tires. The bike does have Tektro mechanical disc brakes, but I would probably upgrade those to some Shimano MT200. Guys, I love Shimano MT200 disc brakes. I think they're some of the best bang for budget hydraulic disc brakes out there. Pulled up to this little chill spot real quick. It has a nice SE Flyer seat on there. Also comes with an internal FXA headset. It comes with a 3-piece tubular crank, custom SE sprocket, and it also comes included with pegs for you combo guys out there. I wouldn't do too many upgrades to this bike, probably besides some hydraulic disc brakes, preferably MT200. Probably a ride-out supply, free wheel as well. But I believe it comes with a 33/16 tooth gear ratio or 36/16 tooth gear ratio, but I would probably make it a 36/16 or 33/16 gear ratio with some ride supply components. I don't think you can put a 15 tooth, so you're gonna have to either get a 16 or a 17 tooth free wheel. You could pick up the SEBike HD Big Flyer on SEBikes.com. The bike costs $799, and I'll have a link to that bike down in the description below. Right now, just cooling off a little bit, catching the breeze, catching the Fort Lauderdale breeze. I do have to go over this bridge and head back towards downtown. It is a nice day today. I wanted to come out and make a top 5 best beginner budget wheelie bikes videos for you guys, because the last video I made discussing that topic was in 2023. 2024, I felt like not too many hot bikes dropped. This year though, bike brands have definitely dropped some nice stuff. You know, all these companies that I'm mentioning, guys, are based off of my opinion. There are bikes out there that are cheaper, but cheap bikes ain't good and good bikes ain't cheap. I want to make sure everyone who is looking at this video looking to purchase their next new bike, you want to know what you're paying for, and you want to make sure you like what you get. There are some really good wheelie bikes out there for under $1,000, and that was the purpose of this video, guys. The last and final bike we're going to be talking about is the Fit BikeCo CR 29-inch BMX bike. You can pick up this bike off of City Grounds for $679. I feel like this bike is one of those underrated wheelie bikes that are out there. It has a nice design, frame, good geometry. I think I want to pick up one of those in the near future as well and do a cool little build with it, because I think with the right components you can make that thing a nice little V-brake wheelie machine. You can get this bike in white or yellow. It comes with 4-piece handlebars already with a nice 7-inch rise for you guys that are just trying to go on a nice little cruise. Hold on, because we ain't pedal once. Hold on. All the way down without pedaling. All brakes right now. Tight shit. The bike does have a nice 36/17 gear ratio on there. That is a pretty heavy but easy gear ratio to ride on for a daily. Definitely one of those cruiser gear ratios though. And they do have some nice S&M speedball tires. I think the Fit BikeCo is definitely one of those nice little BMX cruiser style wheelie bike. I don't really see too many people wheeling them, but we should change that. I might pick one up. One of you guys comment down below if you own one and how your riding experience is with the bike. A few upgrades that I would probably do to make it that perfect wheelie bike. First things first, you gotta throw a little free wheel on there. I would probably downsize from a 17 to a 16 and probably either leave it as a 3716 or probably downsize it to a 3315 just to see how it rides. As far as the brakes, V brakes are not bad brakes, guys. I would probably upgrade and throw some either Pro Max or box component V brake system on there. If you want something a little bit more beefier or something a little bit more touchy, the Magura HS33 system is a way to go. Magura were actually the first hydraulic disc brakes that I ever installed. Went out to LA for the 3-day SoCal ride and literally rode a single speed big gripper with hydraulic V brakes on there. So I would probably throw some Maxxis hookworms on there, but if the tires aren't too bad and if they're actually valid, I would leave the tires alone. If someone who gets that bike is looking to like cut up and do some crazy fast wheelies, some Maxxis hookworms might be a nice upgrade for you. This bike is on sale on citygrounds.com for $679. I'll have a link to that bike in the description below, as well as all the accessories that I mentioned, just in case that you guys want to throw on your wheelie bike as well when you do get the bike. Check everything out in the description below, guys. I hope this video helped you guys out. The video ain't over yet though. We still in Fort Lauderdale with it, and we about to just finish off this video cutting up. Now that I don't got a yap, cut up session real quick. Trash can swerve. Don't swerve cars, but definitely swerve a trash can if you can. Nobody's in that cop car. Woo! Windy. Guys, if this video helped you out, please do me a favor, hit that like button. Also, if you guys are new to the channel, new to watching my videos, hit that subscribe button. We on the road to 100K subscribers. Shout out to you guys for 80K subscribers. Comment down below which bike you guys think you're getting. I'm gonna see you guys in the next video.